Welcome to Better Views, where we have better views. I'm glad you made the decision to click here today, because we're going to be looking at Tove's new album, Ladywood. Oh, my bad, that's Madonna's album from 1989 that went platinum 4 times over. Bam, Tove, Ladywood. I don't know how I could have mixed those up. First things first, would I get in bed with this artist? To say yes to that question would be an understatement. I owe her that. She's given me 2 incredible albums, and what have I done for her, you know? She deserves me getting to bed with her 1,000,000 times over, just based off the artistry. Now, if we're talking body, she's got a decent one. Let me just be upfront and say that I love this album more than words can express. I'm still gonna try. This album made me keep myself in check to where I don't melt down into fangirl mode. This album gave me Ladywood, and I'm not ashamed to say that. Just regular wood. Man wood. This album gave me a boner. This album warrants a Tove poster next to the Ariana poster. Because I got Ladywood from the first album too, but I thought she fell off. Because let's be honest, Cool Girl was very lame. I had already put on a black suit, read her eulogy, lowered her casket into the ground, wiped a tear from my eye, and moved on. It was gonna hurt me to have to make fun of her second album. But then she came through with this fucking diamond of a project. I think it's worth noting that Tove has birthed one of the greatest pop songs of our time. Let me show you my list of perfect pop songs of this time. She made a 30-minute short film called Fairy Dust to accompany the album. It was on YouTube for about an hour before it got taken down. I was able to watch it just because my timing is impeccable, but yeah, they took it down because her nipples were poking through her shirt and like most of it. Fair enough. Wait, that's not fair enough. Look at Justin Timberlake's music video for Tunnel Vision. It's just fully nude women writhing around. His defense? It's art. Oh! Didn't see it like that. It's fine then. Never mind. Sorry to bother you, Justin. Puts it back up. See, Tove's dealing with this with too much grace. If I were you, I would be cashing in on this opportunity. This is not about you, dude. This is about the work-roiled, silencing women. How long are we gonna stand for this? See how I spun it there, sweetheart? You're now the figurehead of a movement. Easy. Don't be ashamed. You ain't alone. Everybody doing this. You know how many women it is in the marketplace? That's a lot of records. Tove, feminism. Get your name back in the headlines, sweetheart. What's that? Ethics? That's cute, sweetheart, but you're not gonna make it in the business. Records. Social responsibility? That's not hit records. We need hit records. That's a lot of fucking records. Son of a bitch, motherfucking records. But how much I like this album is worthless unless I explain to you why. And many of the things that I look for in a regular album, is she really an artist? Is the persona there? Are the lyrics personal? These kind of things are a given for Tove. So instead of looking at the lyrics and the delivery like I would for a usual album, I would just be on my knees for 10 minutes. So it's a next level album, so we're gonna give it a next level review, go a little bit deeper into the creation of this project. I've divided it into like 6 segments, it might be 5, I don't really know what the fuck I'm doing. What the fuck? What the fuck? You know what this is? This is a tripod leg. You know how many of these I can afford to lose? Fuck. I'm gonna have to be creative, that's all that means. People have to understand that just because it's pop doesn't mean it has to be bad. That's not in the rule book. You can have the best of both worlds. Now, it's very important to me that artists are respectable, and Tove is, which I appreciate. She writes her own lyrics, conceptualizes the music, writes other people's lyrics, plays a big hand in the production. In other words, she's not a puppet, and you can feel good supporting this artist. Tove has a very defined and consistent style, which is important. Being cohesive as an artist gives you a clear-cut identity. People like to put you in a box and feel like they can understand you. That feeling of being able to understand someone creates a connection, and you're more likely to enjoy a song that your friend made than a song from a stranger. Like me, when I turn the camera on and start acting like a fuckhole. No, you're just a fuckhole. You fit into that box perfectly. Tove's song composition is timeless. It always works and it never gets old. Introductory verse, catchy chorus, kinetic second verse, big chorus, bridge, massive chorus. And the song's over and you want to hear it again. Immediately. Oh shit. When I fuck things up, I ain't ready. Don't talk about it, under the road like we do. She's got it down to a science. And they say to dissect art is to kill it. But this is simple stuff, I'm not dissecting art. If Selena Gomez was watching this, she might think this is dissecting art. But I'm not going to go into the little techniques like how she gets a head start on the chorus with 3 or 4 words and what effect that has on the brain. For example, now if we're talking body, keep playing my heartstrings. Don't talk about it, 'cause I'm under the influence. Music centered. There's never a point in this where she gets carried away and forgets that it's music. No one cares what you have to say if the songs don't sound good. The rest comes after the music. A lot of people forget that, and Tove never does, and I sure as hell appreciate that. Let's talk about something that's somehow often overlooked. Turn-offs. Minimize them. People want to like music. Don't give them reasons not to. Don't reference Donald Trump in your fucking songs. Tove never does any of that shit, and that's awesome. Tove is very aware of her strengths and weaknesses, and that sounds simple, but that allows her to achieve a balance of being humble enough to stay in her lane and confident enough to expand her lane. And note that expanding your lane is much different than stepping out of it. It seems like she almost sticks to a set of unwritten rules, but isn't afraid to bend a little bit. Key term, a little bit. Literally, the difference between this album and her first one is that the drums are bouncier and she pushed her storytelling skills a little bit. Because why would you? The last album was excellent, so if you want another excellent album, sometimes it's just common sense. If Tove was a canned food, I would slice her top off, cook her over the stove, and drink her broth. What the fuck? I didn't write this. Did you add shit to the script? No. Who said that you could do that? Just finish the line, it gets better. If Tove was a canned food, I would slice her top off, cook her over the stove, and drink her broth from the can while filtering out the actual ingredients. I would then press my open palm against the hot metal of the burners. What the fuck? What does that even mean? It's just like a funny thing. That is disturbed. Well, everything you say is disturbed. I was just trying to match your stuff. That's a fair point. Get back in the bathtub. Come on. Get in here. Let's look at what I thought were strong tracks off this album. There's the track list. This one, 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 this one. As you can see, there's only a few that I didn't think were strong tracks, and half of those are interludes. So it's really just Cool Girl and Vibes, and that makes them look like weak just because there's all strong tracks surrounding them, but they're not bad. So this girl's texting me right now, asking me to give her a shout out when I talk about Cool Girl, because it's like our song together or whatever, which would actually make our relationship pretty lame since the song is pretty lame objectively. But shout out to Stephanie for being a cool girl. Never mind, I take that shit back. I'm all in for the idea of rap features in pop songs. That's a great idea. Add some lyricism to a genre that's sometimes void of that. But in reality, they just fuck it up every single time. Because they don't get rappers on there. They get Big Sean. They get Wiz Khalifa. But Wiz Khalifa actually did good in this, and he held his own. He did good for Wiz Khalifa on this. So I was like, okay, that's fine. That's how I feel about the rap feature. In Vibes, I didn't really like hearing Tove's voice over a guitar, and also half of the song is like some guy. Who is this man that's like talking to me? No one knows who this is, because it's a producer who worked on the album that was like, let me hop on this. Joe something. That's some musical integrity lost. It's better when there's just one protagonist. Well, if you're gonna add characters to the story, at least introduce them. Don't just act like this is an artist I'm supposed to know. And on that note, why didn't you get an artist that I do know? Why not reach out to Maroon 5 if you need male vocals? Like, that's an opportunity to get someone that people like. What does this guy stand for? Where is he playing in? Where does he fit into the story? Help me out. Level with me here. I do understand it, like you're working with this guy and he's like, let me just do it. And it just happens in the studio, but like to me, don't do that. Hello everyone, I'm honored to announce that I actually was able to get the opportunity to interview one of the co-producers of Ladywood, Joel Little.
Did you just call me Joel Little?
I'm sorry, your producer name is different than what was on the sheet.
I have a producer name. You know what my name is. I'm not a What the hell is this? What are we doing here? Are you trying to use me to lie to your fans and pretend you know someone famous?
I've been dreading this part of the video. In Imaginary Friends, she talks at the end of the song. Why? Why? Why do artists do this? Now I have to put you on the list.
Oh, come on, I don't want to do this.
You've made me do this, and it hurts. I didn't like putting you on that list.
Look at how weird that her name looks on there. It doesn't even look like it belongs. Come on. This part of the video hurts me more than it hurts you. I'm like a father having to scold my child. I have to discourage this behavior. I don't want you to go down the wrong path. This is fucking cringe. This makes me physically wince every time it comes on, and I'm never ready for it. It always takes me off guard. I'm listening to good music, and then it fucking smacks me in the damn face. I can't feel safe playing your album on shuffle when I'm around people now. What if it comes on and everyone fucking vomits? That's on me.
I don't know, I guess it's kind of like a voice in my heart.
I don't know, I guess it's just kind of... Yes, you do know. Oh, did you not expect that question? Someone just popped you the fucking question when you're in the booth with the door closed and the microphone happened to be on recording? I don't know, I didn't have any time to think about that before I respond. It's fucking... Talking at the end of songs doesn't make it artistic. It's laziness, if anything. Make it rhyme and put it in the lyrics. What the fuck? I don't fucking understand. What's one song where people look forward to the talking part? I do this because I love you. And I don't want to see you turn into something that... I hate to end the video on that note because I love the album so much, and it's so fantastic in every way, and Tove is a spectacular artist. The only way I had bad things to say about this album is to hold it to a higher standard than the others, so that in itself speaks to how much I like this album. It looks like it's about time for me to hit the hay. Thank you for watching. I hope you watch some of my other ones. Appreciate the 1,000 subs, guys. But you know what?
What did you mean?
I meant like mentally.
Ooh.
Damn, that actually looks really good.
It does.
Wait, hey, speaking of which, damn, I actually look really good. Imagine 100 people in a room. Now multiply that by another 100. No.
That's wrong.
Imagine 100 rooms, just period. It's different than just people.
Imagine one house with 100 rooms. Then multiply that by 1,000, and then you've got...
You know Hugh Hefner? Put a subscriber in each one of those. Feel free to subscribe. I'm not going to ever stop posting. Leave a comment telling me what you think. Leave a like to show solidarity in remembering my tripod for the tripod it once was, and not the tripod that it became later on in its life. It really was a soldier, and I had a lot of trouble with it toward the end, but I've always loved it, and it's been with me since I was in middle school. So let's all have a moment of silence for that as we end the video. It was sort of an abomination anyway.